Transfer news live updates follow all the latest from across the globe. Cole on Sanchez 21-20. A former Manchester United striker Andy Cole believes Alexis Sanchez would be a major signing for them if they prized him away from Arsenal. Speaking on transfer talk, Cole said, "If Manchester United bought Sanchez it would be a major signing. We all know what he did at Arsenal, Barcelona and before that Udinese. We appreciate what a good player he is. He'll have the choice of a lot of clubs, and if United could get him, it would be a massive signing." Rio jokes about Tosun 19.30. Rio Ferdinand has joked Cenk Tosun had the word isolation written into his contract when signing for Everton earlier this month. Ferdinand says Tosun has to get used to Sam Allardyce's style of football where he is often left alone. "I hope that the word isolation was mentioned in his contract negotiations when he was signing for Everton," the Manchester United legend said on BT Sport. "I don't think he would have had this too often at Besiktas where he was left up on his own playing, but this is what he's going to have to deal with." Sanchez could change mind over City move. 18.50. Manchester United could win the race to sign Alexis Sanchez in the final days of the transfer window if Manchester City still refused to play ball, according to Mark Ogden. Ogden thinks Sanchez could change his mind if City refuse to up the bid when it comes to the crunch at the end of the month. "I guess if by the last 2 or 3 days of the window City aren't budging and United are prepared to pay the money and also maybe offer Arsenal a player in exchange, then Sanchez could end up at Old Trafford," he said. "United do need a player of his caliber. He would be eligible to play in the Champions League because he's only played Europe League this season." Keita leaving gift. 18.35. Naby Keita scored for RB Leipzig tonight against Schalke, in what could be his final game for the club. Keita struck from the edge of the box to break the deadlock and put RB Leipzig in front. The ball took a wicked deflection and sailed beyond the Schalke stopper. Liverpool are locked in talks with the German side as they look to secure Keita this month. And fans on social media are branding the goal a leaving gift, Harry Purdy said. Sean Gerling posted, "Great parting gift," Elvis said, scoring on his last game. "Very nice." NK8 Reuters. Naby Keita scored for RB Leipzig against Schalke. Keita wants to stay. 17.25. Naby Keita wants to stay at RB Leipzig until the summer, according to manager Ralf Rangnick. Keita starts for Schalke tonight in what is being dubbed his farewell match as talks with Liverpool continue. Liverpool agreed a deal to sign him in the summer but want to bring him in this month after selling Philippe Coutinho. But Rangnick stresses that the player is keen on staying put until the end of the season. "Naby Keita wants to leave us in the summer," he said. "He will play with us until the end of the season. He is starting today." There isn't more to say, however talk has escalated that Keita could make the move this month. Sanchez told to wait for City. 16.45. Arsenal star Alexis Sanchez would be making the correct decision if he chooses to join Manchester City for free in the summer, says Craig Burley. City are only prepared to offer £20 million for Sanchez this month, with United more willing to match Arsenal's asking price, which is more towards £30 million. But Burley says that is not an issue for the Chilean, who should just wait to get his desired moved in the summer. It's not a problem, Burley said on ESPN FC. "The player decides. It's not a problem, not an issue. It's Arsenal's problem now. Alexis Sanchez is well within his rights, as we know as players with contracts that are coming up or whatever, to sit tight. He sits tight until the summer and he gets the move he wants, as long as City still want him." Madrid plots a Salah swap. 15.55. Real Madrid are ready to do a straight swap with Liverpool. Gareth Bale for Mohamed Salah. That's according to a sensational report from Spain on the Don Balón website. Salah has been on fire for Liverpool this season since signing from Roma and has 17 goals in the Premier League. And Real Madrid have taken notice, with Zinedine Zidane publicity praising him earlier this season. And now Florentino Perez is said to be so keen on bringing him to Spain that helps up for a stunning swap deal. Gareth Bale could be sent to Liverpool in exchange for Mohamed Salah. 15.25. Arsenal hero Charlie Nicholas says his former side should not pursue Leicester star Riyad Mahrez. Nicholas says Arsene Wenger should be looking for a higher quality player than the Leicester winger to replace Sanchez if he does leave. The way HES playing right now, I have said to you before maybe a month or so ago, I'm not particularly as an Arsenal guy seeking Mahrez to come, he said on Sky Sports. Yes, I get his talent, HES playing outstandingly well, but I think there's better players on the market you can go and get. Keita talks continue. 15.20 Liverpool remain locked in talks over the earlier signing of Naby Keita as he prepares to wave goodbye to RB Leipzig fans. Liverpool are keen to bring the transfer forward to this month after agreeing a deal for the summer last year. And Keita wants to make the move now and help Liverpool recover from the sale of Philippe Coutinho. Leipzig manager Ralf Hasenhüttl insists the situation remains the same and he will stay until the summer. But Express Sport understands Keita will say goodbye to fans today in the match against Schalke. Today a picture has emerged online him wearing a Liverpool shirt and Reds fans have begun welcoming him to the club. And talks remain ongoing over the deal, but it appears closer than earlier in the week. Ibrahimovic exit. 14.45 Zlatan Ibrahimovic looks set to leave Manchester United this month, according to Leo Vegas Sport. The Swedish bookmaker has slashed its prices of Ibrahimovic heading for the United exit and moving to MLS. He has been cut from 12/1 to 2/1 overnight. Tom Jacobs of Leo Vegas Sport said it's clear our Swedish punters know something we don't. A superstar as big as Zlatan deserves a Hollywood-esque finish to his career, so with the likes of LA Galaxy expressing interest in him, we've made him 2/1 following a lot of activity in the market. Hazard will join Real Merson. 14.15 Chelsea star Eden Hazard will join Real Madrid in the summer, claims Sky Sports pundit Paul Merson. Merson claims Ross Barkley will be the replacement for Hazard when he moves to the Bernabeu at the end of the season. I think Hazard plays for Real Madrid next season, I do, he said. Hazard's probably one of the best around in the business and they get Ross Barkley to take his place, works under him for 6 months, watches the way Chelsea play. They've just got him. Barkley for nothing. I think it's great business, I really do. Pulisic to United next year. 13.50 Manchester United have been back to sign Borussia Dortmund star Christian Pulisic, but not until next year. Liverpool legend Steve Nicol is a fan of the USA international, who he has seen a lot of during his work as a pundit for ESPN. Does he go to Man United eventually? I think definitely there is a possibility of this being a hit, Nicol said. The kid I think is going to be good enough. I think HES going to develop into a world-class player, and from a commercial point of view for Manchester United, I think this is a no-brainer. I think we're talking 18 months time from now, there's a real possibility Pulisic goes to Manchester United. Getty. Zlatan Ibrahimovic could leave Old Trafford this month. 13.45 Thomas Lemar will only join Liverpool if he can be assured over his playing time. Bleacher reports say the France international is wanted by the Reds and Arsene Wenger's Arsenal. But Lemar wants guarantees over his game time with the World Cup in Russia on the horizon. Man United enter Neymar race. 12.50 Manchester United are reportedly ready to rival Real Madrid in the pursuit of Neymar with a stunning €500 million battle. Neymar joined PSG from Barcelona in the summer for a world record £200 million. But he is not happy in France and is already looking for a way out, with Real Madrid prepared to break the bank to sign him. It was thought they would have a clear run at him with the fee set to break the record again. But French publication Le Ten Sport claim Manchester United could also get involved in what would be a €500 million £444 million battle. The Ten claim there is another club in the running for the Brazilians and they believe it to be the Premier League giants. Sanchez replacement. 12.35 Arsenal are in the market for a new attacking player should starman Alexis Sanchez leave the Emirates, and the Gunners are being linked with a host of star names as a potential replacement for the Chile international. Alex Apati of Ladbrokes said, having sold Coquelin and with Sanchez likely to leave, Arsenal would be wise to bring in a player or two during this window, and they may well do just that, with 9 halves are shorter on offer for the Gunners to bring in as many as 6 new names. Click here to see the latest odds. Mina confirmed. 12.10 Barcelona have announced the signing of Yerry Mina in the second deal of the January window. Mina comes into the Barcelona squad to replace Javier Mascherano, who is expected to leave for China. He joins for around £10 million from Palmeiras and becomes Barca's first ever Colombian player. Barcelona Andy Carroll to Chelsea. 11.30 Andy Carroll could join Chelsea this month, with Carroll making him odds-on to join. A Coral statement read, Andy Carroll is now odds-on at 4 to 5, with leading bookmaker Coral to sign for Chelsea during the January transfer window after his odds were slashed from 6 to 1 in the last 24 hours. The West Ham striker is 16 to 1 for a return to Newcastle and 16 to 1 to play for Sam Allardyce at Everton. The betting now suggests Andy Carroll will transfer to Chelsea this month from West Ham, as he is odds-on to sign for Antonio Conte's side before the end of the January transfer window, said Coral's John Hill. Naby Keita in a Liverpool shirt. 10.55 A picture of Keita holding the Liverpool shirt with the number 8 on has emerged online. It is grainy and could well be a fake, but it is another talking point in the ongoing saga. Yesterday, Keita registered a company in the UK. Ahmadi claims the deal would be complete by Sunday and he would wave goodbye to Leipzig fans this weekend. Naby Keita looks likely to join Liverpool this month. Liverpool want Pulisic. 9:45 Liverpool will sign Christian Pulisic from Borussia Dortmund at some point in the near future, according to reports. Liverpool have long been tipped to sign Pulisic from Borussia Dortmund, with the 19-year-old regarded as one of the most exciting players in world football. Jurgen Klopp played a key role in the youngster's development, helping him making his Dortmund debut. A reunion has been mooted, with Liverpool boosted by the sale of Philippe Coutinho to Barcelona, with the Reds now having the best part of £142 million to spend on new recruits. And Bleacher reports say it is a matter of when and not if Liverpool sign Pulisic, though any deal is unlikely to take place this winter. Mourinho thinks Ozil wants United. 8:30 Jose Mourinho reportedly thinks Arsenal star Mesut Ozil wants to join Manchester United. The men say the 54-year-old thinks he knows the intentions of the Gunners' playmaker. However, Mourinho is not focused on signing the German this month. Getty measured Ozil has been linked with a move to Manchester United this month. Griezmann twists. 7:50 Antoine Griezmann has supposedly told Real Madrid he will reject Barcelona if Los Blancos meet his demands. In recent months, Barcelona have emerged as surprising front-runners for the player's signature, with Griezmann being mooted as a potential replacement for Luis Suarez. Yet Spanish outlet Diario Gol say the player is ready to turn his back on Barcelona to sign for Madrid instead, yet only if the club bow to his demands. The striker is only ready to go to Real if they promise him first-team football. Los Blancos' current forwards are all misfiring, leading to talk one of Cristiano Ronaldo, Gareth Bale or Karim Benzema will jump ship at the end of the season. And Griezmann wants to be promised a place in Zinedine Zidane's 11, such is his reluctance to make do with a place among the substitutes. The 26-year-old is also said to want help in order to realize his dream of winning the Ballon d'Or. Keita deal close. 7:20 Liverpool are close to an agreement with RB Leipzig for the early signing of Naby Keita. Liverpool did a deal with the Germans last year to sign Keita in the upcoming summer window. But, after selling Philippe Coutinho to Barcelona, are hoping to bring the move forward. Talk of the move happening sooner has escalated this weekend, with it emerging he has registered a company in the UK. Bundesliga expert Lee Price has told Express Sport the deal could happen, and transfer guru Ian McGarry believes talks are close to reaching an agreement. McGarry told the Transfer Window podcast, "I do believe that an agreement is close to be agreed, and Liverpool will have to play in the region of close to £12 million extra to RB Leipzig in order to progress Keita's registration in this window, and why not an extra £12 million when you've just taken a profit of around £130 million for what you paid for Philippe Coutinho, even with the Virgil van Dijk deal put in there as well." Naby Keita's move to Liverpool is expected to happen this month. Carroll no-go. 7:10 David Moyes insists Andy Carroll is not for sale despite interest from Chelsea. The striker has been linked with a move to Stamford Bridge, with Antonio Conte keen to add another forward this month. But Moyes says he hopes to keep his forward line intact. "I don't want any of them to go," Moyes said, ahead of the Hammers' trip to face Huddersfield. "We have got no players here who we want to leave. We need to add to our squad. So, ideally, we strengthen." My intention is not to let anyone go. What I will say is we have got 4 or 5 strikers and the competition is tough for all of them. If we were to let them go, it would take an awful lot of money in this window to prize them away. Tuanzebe could go on loan 650. Axel Tuanzebe could leave Manchester United on loan, depending on Eric Bailly's fitness. Tuanzebe is wanted by Championship club Aston Villa, but Jose Mourinho admits he is concerned with his injuries in defence. Tuanzebe is a very good player that is not having lots of possibilities to play here, Mourinho said. But he's our player and will be our player. No chance we give up on such a talented boy, but it is something we are thinking about, alone until the end of the season. We are a bit afraid of injuries, a bit afraid of needing him. We have Eric Bailly injured. We are not free of other injuries. So we're delaying the decision, and we're going to delay until the end of the transfer window. If we have a decision at the end of the month and feel Eric Bailly is close to being back, then probably will be good for Axel to go on a loan and be back next season, because he's a player we like very much. Naby Keita joining Liverpool this month. 6:40. Liverpool will sign Naby Keita on Sunday, according to reports. Keita has registered his company NK8 Limited in the UK this week, and reports from Germany claim he will play his last game for Leipzig on Saturday. Journalist Chris Williams tweeted information from within Leipzig this evening that Naby Keita will become a Liverpool player on Sunday. Naby Keita is expected to join Liverpool this month after registering a company in the UK. 6:15. Bookies believe Manchester United will win the race to sign Alexis Sanchez. Over the last 48 hours the odds have been slashed from 18/1 into an odds on 10/11 with Betfair on them winning the transfer battle. Manchester City were deemed nailed on to get their man, but they are now as big as 15/8 to sign Sanchez. It's 10/3 for Sanchez to be at Arsenal beyond this month. Jose Mourinho yesterday refused to deny Manchester United have attempted to hijack City's bid for Sanchez, and he inferred that the Arsenal striker is too good a player for Manchester United to ignore if he is available. The United boss tried hard not to upset the Gunners by talking about Sanchez specifically, but still said enough to suggest he wants to sign Sanchez, who he describes as a phenomenal player. At the general level, what I can say is myself and the Manchester United board don't believe a lot in the January market, he said. We don't believe in signing a player just to sign a player, just to do something. What we believe really is there are some players in the football world that if you have the chance to sign them in January, March or July, you have to try, and that's it. Friday, January 12, 2018, 6 o'clock. Eden Hazard has claimed he will sign a new contract in Chelsea despite interest from Real Madrid. Hazard has been linked with a move to Spain, and his father said he'd rejected a new deal at Chelsea to wait on their interest. But now the Belgium star say he and Thibaut Courtois will sign new contracts. I think Thibaut first, he told Mirror Football. Then I will sign.